Hi everybody, this is Robin, live from the Robin's Nest, and what I am going to do from now on is I'm going to give you a new segment on the Robin's Nest called Michael's Moments. Okay, yeah, I know that sounds very corny, but I feel as though I must do that because lately, in the past 7 or 8 months, since Michael Jackson has died, I have been getting a lot more friends on the internet who are Michael Jackson fans. And with the friendships, I've also been getting subscriptions with each friendship, of course. And I feel that if I feel like I owe them something, I feel as though if I'm going to be getting all these people on my page as friends and they're going to be subscribing to my videos and they're fans, I feel that they should get at least more bang for their buck. Okay, yeah, I know there's no money in this, but I'm just saying that I just feel as though I owe the Michael Jackson fans something. So what I'm going to do is at least once a month or once a week, or I don't know, maybe once daily, I haven't figured out which, I am going to make a segment about what has been going on with the now supposedly Michael Jackson case. And I'll also talk about other stuff like whether or not his death was a hoax and stuff that's been going on with This Is It, and if there's going to be another movie called This Is Also It, and all the other kind of stuff, which will come in the future. But right now, I would at least like to talk about two things: the upcoming case and also Flame Wars, and I'll get to that in a moment. With the case, we do not know what's going to happen just yet at this moment. We do know that Dr. Conrad Murray was supposed to surrender himself to LAPD on Friday, and that didn't happen. It missed all the press and the paparazzi, no surrendering. Now it's supposed to be that he is going to be indicted on Monday, tomorrow, in sometime like maybe, I don't know, 12 to 24 hours from now. Who knows? Sometime tomorrow, he's supposed to be indicted on involuntary manslaughter charge. Okay, in case you don't know what that means, involuntary manslaughter means basically what it says. It means basically that a person took the life of another human being, but they didn't mean to. It was an accident. So he's going to have to prove whether or not he intended to cause harm to Michael Jackson, what he did that caused harm to Michael Jackson, and if he is at all negligently responsible for what happened to Michael Jackson. I read on a website, I think it was called thehindu.com, www.thehindu.com. It said that what Dr. Conrad Murray, is going to try to do is he's going to present evidence that Michael was a habitual drug user, which, yes, we all know, prescription drug user, which we all know that he was, and that he was in very poor, very frail health, and that there were other doctors who was supplying him with prescription drugs, and it all caused his downfall because Dr. Murray only knew Michael for a very short time, so he's going to bring up he's going to bring up as a factor Michael's past usage as what caused his downfall. And that supposedly what he's going to do is he's going to provide tapes of Michael Jackson talking about the prescription medication that he took, and that he was also going to probably get his children to testify how the doctor was making him better. Now, I believe that as far as the children go, Prince Paris and Little Blanket should not be brought into this, okay? They suffered enough. They lost their dad. And on a little side note, I don't want to hear anybody talking about, oh, those weren't his kids. I'm going to say this right now. You feed, clothe, educate, love, and take care of a child its whole life. You are its parent. Don't matter if you provided the little swimmer or the little egg, you are its parent. But that said, I think that his kids really suffered enough, and I really don't think that they should be brought into this. You know, they're still little, they're still young, especially Blanket. Blanket is only like 7 years old, 7 going on 8, and Paris and Prince are like, I think 13 and 12 or 13 and 11. You know, they're like junior high, early high school age. They're young kids. Leave them out of it. Don't bring them into this. They've suffered enough. The defense is going to do whatever they can do to portray Dr. Conrad Murray in the most positive light. But to me, the way I see it, and I'm sorry if this is going to sound biased, but to me, he is guilty because whether or not Michael asked for the propofol, he is, I have to use that verb, he is a doctor. Doctors know what drugs work and don't work for their patients, and how they should be administered and how they should not be administered. And if he knew that this guy wanted to be put under anesthesia in his home just so he could sleep, that's irresponsible. It's bad enough that he gave him the injection, but the irresponsibility of letting him go ahead and do this just to help him sleep. An anesthetic is not a sleep aid, okay? Trust me, I know this. I have sickle cell disease. I have been in a hospital many, many, many times. I have been under all kinds of medication. And even I know anesthesia is not a sleep aid. It's not a sleeping pill. It's not something to help you go to sleep. It knocks you out so you can have surgery and then you wake up. I don't even know how this guy was able to do this. I really don't. And truth be told, I really do want to ask the person who, I really do want to find the person who gave him the bright idea in the first place. Because we as people, we are the types who believe that if it comes from our doctor, it must be okay. Our doctor isn't going to give us anything that's going to hurt us. We all believe that. That's how we are. That's how we get through our sicknesses, because we believe what our doctors have to tell us. We believe that if it's coming from the doctor, it's okay. So it doesn't matter whether or not Michael F. Jackson asked for it. Yes, he is responsible for his life and his health and his well-being. That much is true. But the doctor is just as equally responsible, because he is the medical professional. He is the one who knows whether or not something is good or not for the patient, and he is the one who knows whether or not you should be giving somebody this thing legally or illegally. And giving him a general anesthesia in his home just so he could sleep is irresponsible. It really, really is. Now, I got more to say on this, but I didn't think I was going to do 2 today, but I think I will. I'll be back in another couple of seconds. So just bear with me for a moment on the very first Michael moment, live from the Robin's Nest. We'll be back with more on this very, very, very incredible story. Be back.